The new Corolla Cross. Fill it with friendship and family. The new Corolla Cross. Filled with life.
It is TV powered by World Sports Betting. It is times.co.za. It's Orlando Pirates traveling to the FNB Stadium as their away team in the Soweto Derby and beating decisively the Kaizer Chiefs in the Soweto Derby. As predicted by Tso Vilakazi, it's a goal by Muremi, it's a goal by Apolis, and Orlando Pirates easily wraps up the Soweto Derby. Orlando Pirates are top of the Betway Premiership. Former Orlando Pirates captain Tso Vilakazi, what did you make of the game, sir?
Mzake kunjani mfethu? Ngibulise wena, ngibulise Stizi,
Just.
ngibulise chairman my chairman.
Kanye?
Ngibulise lapha Bobo Kadoso.
Yes, sir.
Nomhlekazi omhle. Ongasubhubha ngecawe.
Shane, my Shane.
Ngibulise nana emakhaya, ngicela support njalo like Disc TV. Ngizobe nje njalo angichiki futhi.
You read them like the back of your hand.
Mr. Nkewu uzwile mangithi izolo ngize nginama goosebumps. The way I'm so confident ukuthi Pirates going to win. It's because ngithema ngihleli ngi-analyze Kaizer Chiefs, then I was like, okay, maybe they can try and frustrate Orlando Pirates in terms of defending. But now, here's the thing. They will win the ball. Who's going to give Orlando Pirates a headache in terms of them creating chances or somebody to score? No one. Then when I look at Orlando Pirates, I was like, Moremi, Apolise, you've got Mahopa, you've got Mbutuma, Kingama 2000, you've got Tito. You can count about 6 or 7 players that, you know, when they get to that final third, anything is possible, they can get goal. And what I said that in this game, I'm not going to count on Kingama 2000 because from what I've seen, the history, it says he doesn't rise to the occasion every time when he plays a derby. But he played also a very important pass that I think Orlando Pirates needed at the right time, where he made a good pass to Apolise. And so I bet on Apolise and Moremi. And that's what happened. The other player that I bet on was Mbutuma. Yes, it didn't happen in his space. Then Ngwanasisi said, guys have been out for a long time. And then now I'm back, and I'm back with a goal. And these games like this, these are the games where he says, I can show you who am I. And beautiful goal.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll talk about the game in a moment. He has played at the AFCON Umakhop.
Yeah.
I think everyone in this country can see the qualities he doesn't have versus the quality he has.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago, you were saying you can turn him into a good striker.
Yeah.
Just give him some time.
Yeah.
I don't think he has improved that much in terms of receiving and passing, everything else.
Yeah.
But somehow, Derby goals. Nedbank Cup final, even last year when Pirates lost, he scored the Derby.
Yeah.
He scored against Sundowns.
Yeah.
In fact, when Pirates play Sundowns, is a key player because it's the first point of pressing.
Yes.
Other than the fact that it does score goals as well, even in those games. In the African Cup of Nations in 2023, and in this last one, I think collectively he scored 4 or 5 goals in the AFCON. Umakhopa. He will not go down as a legendary player, but what makes players be able to play in big matches? Because even yesterday we were talking about the fact that we know he's going to come in and he's going to score.
Mr. Nkewu, you know, sometimes when we talk, and some of the things that we say, we sometimes don't take them serious. Derbies, these are big games for big players, Mr. Nkewu. Yes, he might not have those qualities that we're looking for. Says, but he does have something special every time with these big games like this one, Derby, where he comes in, he showed his qualities, he showed his presence as a big player in a big game like this, and it makes a difference. You know, he just said now that in an AFCON, when we sit down and say, let's count his goal, he's scoring. Yes, he doesn't have what we will say, maybe Benny McCarthy, maybe Sean Bartlett, maybe, you know, we can mention.
Yeah, he won't go down as a Bafana legend.
Yes.
But at AFCONs, he would have scored more goals than some of those legends.
He's I don't know whether I will say he's got his days, or I will say God gave him that to say when it's time for big games for big players, and that's when you're going to come in and rise. And he always rise. And to do that, right now, he scored a goal, Mr. Nkewu. When was the last time he played? And then he comes in, he scored a goal. In a derby, It's not an easy. It's not an easy a game that you can be out for a long time and then you just came in and then now you score a goal. That's not an easy thing. But for his qualities and what he's got and personally, he's got something special, Mr. K. We cannot take it away from him. He's got something special. If a player like him, he doesn't have all the qualities that we are looking for, but he comes and give you what you're asking for in the derby.
Yeah. What was Chiefs' approach in today's game? What was their mindset? What did they think? Did they think they can win something in this game from the first whistle? Did they play like it? What was the thinking from the coaches?
Mr. Gil, for me, Chiefs, they played like we'll wait for Pirate to make a mistake and then we punish. There was no exactly we'll say this was their plan because I couldn't even identify to say maybe they're going to use Lilepo, let's overload the right side. Monyane, let's create a situation this side of 2v1, we overload the side and then we close. We know that side Eden is not going to go because he's not a typical left back. So we're going to sit with that three but overload this side. Nothing like that. Again, in the midfield, how do we structure? Are we going to get somebody that is going to stick to Uma Ketleni, she's led to say, Mamel, stay there with Uma Ketleni, so that when we get the ball from Uma Ketleni, it's easier for you to go direct. You need to identify, Mr. Nkeu, the weakest link also of Orlando Pirates to say,
these are the areas of opportunity.
Yeah,
this is where we're going to hit them.
Yes,
it didn't look like they had that plan.
No. They just went in and play and hope that Orlando Pirates are going to make a mistake and then punish them. But, playing against a team that Pirates, they look organized. They organized without a ball. They organized with the ball. Seeing Ulontuzana today, UCBC playing the way he played, for me, he was so impressive. That he avoided a lot of mistakes, was always covering at the right time, and when he gets the ball, he always wants to play it safe. For me, they played very, very well all apart. I'm very, very happy. The other thing is that Coach Wadu, he needs to find a way, Mr. Keu, that certain players, this is not the first incident that happened, that the certain players that when he take them out, the ship go down. So he needs to find a replacement.
There was a solid 25 minutes in the second half where there was a drop.
Yes.
If Chiefs were a different quality, they could have come back in that moment because there was a point where the game just dropped.
That's where the difference comes in terms of quality players, pound to pound. If Chiefs they had quality players like Orlando Pirates, I think we'll be talking different language because when Umbata went down and Abamba Itololaka, I was like, oh, now Pirates is going to have a problem because Umbata was a link between the defense and the attacking zone. That's why we saw Urile could play. We saw Muremi could play. We saw Apoliso could play. It's because of the link yake Umbata in that. But now I've realized that when he's going out, Namdejel is going to come in. But now we're not going to get that link. And exactly that's what happened. And now it looks like Chiefs now they're in the game. Chiefs with Velepai, Tipruya there. But can I ask you a question before I continue, Mr. Nkeo? Why Lilebo is playing? Maybe there's something that I don't see. Maybe when you can tell me.
Why is he playing, or why is he playing where he is playing?
One is the reason why I'm asking why is he playing, because they play him in the wrong position instead of finding him as a striker. Because when you look at how they were playing, how many runs did Silva make them wide? It should give you a signal as a technical team to say, no man, that may have got a problem in the wings. So somebody is not doing the job. Somebody's not doing the job because now the striker is making those runs. He was fighting all the time to go and get the balls. He didn't get a service from the wingers. So I don't know why they keep on playing Ulilepo. If they want to play Ulilepo, I would say play them as a striker. And then find a winger. Or either don't play him. Because
are you happy with Modi on the other wing as well?
No. Now, can they give Velepa a chance? Because since he came in with a girl. There was a difference in that left wing. You know, it was attacking, trying to put those crosses. That was brilliant. This is one thing that we always ask to say as a winger, 1v1, take him on, Mr. Keu. You playing as a winger.
That's interesting because
Here's the man.
since you were under 9, that's always been the job. Since you were under 9 as a winger, your job is to beat the fullback.
Here's the man here.
I don't know why it changes at professional. Why is a winger at professional he doesn't do that?
Well, sometimes, Mr. Keu, I don't know whether I would say it's how they've been coached to say.
You're trying to blame coaches.
No, you
That's
know
his
why?
job. It's your
No,
job. You're
no,
supposed
but-
to take on the man.
Yeah, you know why? I need Mr. Keu to continue encourage you, continue give you more ideas in terms of that 1v1.
Why do you think when your salary comes in, 100,000 professional, Maui winger, why do you think it's coming in? What do you think primarily is your job for that 100,000?
Yes, as a winger, Mr. Keu, I need to.
You must
take-
beat this guy.
Yes, I need to take
He
him
1v1
on,
now,
create
yeah.
chances and score. But you know, it give us something to think about, Mr. Keu, to say. But why our wingers they can't do this? Then-
Specifically good Chiefs, Shema.
Yeah, no.
They're very
We
poor.
don't have- we don't
Let's
have-
wrap it up then. Orlando Pirates are number 1. This was always going to be a difficult one because the Soweto Derby. Although we knew it was stronger than Wu, it's a Soweto Derby. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Number 1, leading Sundowns by 3 points. It means Sundowns against Kukune have to respond.
Yeah.
Well done to Pirates for being number 1.
ezinyoma ngenkanza kebhuluza kamasipala zawenziwayo ziyele FNB zaphendula yonke into igcwele ibheki msakeno yazi ngiyawoza umqolo wami uyasindwa la and I'm trying to relieve it, but I can feel the weight of that 3 points. It was a very good 3 point, a very big one, Mr. K, because it makes a difference between us as Mamelodi Sundowns. So those are the good signs to say we want to push until the last game, because this season Orlando Pirates they should win the league.
All right, nice one. Thank you very much, Mr. So-and-so, former Orlando Pirates captain, one of the highest goal scorers in the Soweto Derby, the highest ever goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates in the PSL era as well. Yet another goal from Akhopa in the Soweto Derby. You can give him Suwele maybe next week, and then, and then it's going to be a decline. Yeah, confused with Pole PSL, the current era. Because if you give him Suwele, then there can be a decline. But you can't dispute the fact that if you give him Pirates and if you give him Chiefs and Sundowns and AFCON, then there's a rise
Top
of
player.
a level.
Top player.
There you are. Well done to Evidence Makhopa and of course Orlando Pirates team. It is good TV, Times. What's sporting?
Hola bafethu, this is Junior Kanye. Please subscribe to Itiski TV.
This is Bongane Benedict Villagazi, they call me so. Niyazi bafethu, Amakhosi for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe Diski TV.